I was 20 years old when I found out that I had ADHD. Ever since I was born, I've always had a problem with sitting still and concentrating on a singular task. As a 5-year-old kid, I was always the odd one standing up while other kids were sitting, and the one who was talking while others were quiet. My parents continue to retell me to this day the story about how my preschool teacher told my parents that I was never going to attend college because I wasn't good student material. Yep, that's what she said. Those were the exact words out of her mouth. A 50-year-old teacher who had the audacity to just write a kid off like that. And so I still remember my traumatic experience in kindergarten when I was pulled out of a class and yelled at by my teacher, Mrs. Davis, for not listening. You see, at the time when all this was happening, I didn't feel any different from all my other classmates. As I continued to grow up, small problems like moving around too much and talking out of place grew into serious issues of self-doubt and low confidence. In high school, I always noticed that my peers could easily sit down and focus for hours at a time. And despite the fact that I had a voice in the back of my head that told me that I might have possibly had ADHD, I swept that idea under the rug because I didn't want to be different from my other classmates. It was only until COVID hit us and everything went online that I decided to actually figure out for myself. I try to understand myself better. Just like a lot of other fully online students during this time, I struggled in school and failed 3 out of the 5 classes in an astounding fashion. And when I mean astounding, I mean that I didn't touch the final exam for 2 of those 3 classes, and for the other one, I just didn't even try. So, I know my situation wasn't anything special, but I really needed to figure out how I could focus better so I wouldn't be so easily discouraged when things got difficult. So at the ripe old age of 20, I went to an ADHD specialist and took a couple of IQ tests, and she diagnosed me with a pretty severe case of ADHD. I was put on an ADHD medication that was supposed to make me focus on school and other tasks more efficiently. But I only ended up taking it for a week because it didn't make me feel like me. You see, I realized that being different was a good thing, and I didn't want to change the things that made me different. Along with the bad qualities of ADHD, like not paying attention in school, came some good qualities, like always being active and a knack for being creative. I didn't want to let this side of me go because it was the side of me that I was proud of as well. At the same time, I told myself that I had to get better at these things that I was weak at. I learned that I really am able to focus if I exercise in the morning, and that way I can get all my energy out before the day actually starts. Most importantly though, I learned that when life gives you lemons, you have to make lemonade. It's a common phrase, but it's one that I take to heart. I'm not the best in a lot of things, especially focusing, but I'm able to learn and grow by accepting my flaws and improving upon them slowly but surely. Even though I've been handed a lot of lemons in life, I've been handed a lot of sugar as well. So I hope to continue to make lemonade in the future.